Hi, welcome back. We will now see a basic example of the prototype design pattern. We'll call this solution prototype. And to this solution, I will add a new project. Now, as you remember, in prototype design pattern, there has to be a base class of the products that you want to clone. And this base class will contain a method called as clone, which will be implemented by the subclasses. So let's add this base class. We will call this prototype. And this is the virtual method that will be used by the child classes to create a copy of themselves. Now we will add a concrete prototype. This will return a copy of itself. Right now, we will not deal with shallow and deep copy. We will talk about it later. Let's also add one more concrete prototype class. Here we will create a copy of the current object. Now we will see how the clients can create clones of the prototypes. For that, we'll add a class called client. And this will have a pointer to prototype. And we will add a method through which we can set this prototype. And then this is a function in which some operation will be performed, and that would require a clone. Here we will create a clone of the prototype by calling the clone method. Let's also do one more thing. Here we will print a message so that we know that a clone has been created. We'll do the same thing here. Now whenever we create a clone, we will know because we will see the message on the console. We'll create instance of client, and then we will set a prototype of maybe concrete prototype 1, and then the client will call the operation, and in that a clone of the concrete prototype 1 will be created. And it prints the message concrete prototype 1 cloning. Let's try with the second prototype. And this also works. So this was a basic example of how the prototype pattern works. There is one important implementation detail that we have to take care of in our example. The objects are being cloned through new. So they are created on the heap. So we have to ensure that these objects are properly destroyed by calling the delete operator. And in our example, we have not deleted the objects. So you should ensure that the prototypes or the clones that are created should be destroyed properly. You can either delete the instances manually or use smart pointers. Let's see the structure. I'll just rearrange some of these classes. And we will also show this as association. That's it. Prototype contains a clone method that is overridden by the child classes. So this is the structure of the prototype pattern that we discussed in the earlier lecture. That's all for now. In the next lecture, we will see another example that uses the prototype design pattern. See you there.